Hello guys, Ryan here. So that's a new guide for every default boss plan lineups that I know and that is easy to make. So it's not every lineup I know. If you want to watch it, it's in my 160 lineup video. But here I'm only showing the default plan that is easy to make for you guys for every map, even with the changes on Breeze. So I hope you will enjoy it. There is also some rotation lineup, so just enjoy. Okay guys, so let's start with Breeze. Of course there has been changes there, and I will show you how to make a lineup for the new spot here and also in this area. For the first lineup, which in this corner, because I'm always planting it there when I'm playing with the team. And to do this lineup, what I'm going to do is always going on these rocks, aiming on the dark leaf and going a bit down, then doing a simple left click, and the lineup is gonna land perfectly to the spike like this. And then you can also do a different lineup like this in front of the door, and you're gonna aim on this corner up like on the top of it with the first bar of your portion bar like this, then a simple left click, and the snake bite is gonna land perfectly for that corner again. What you can also do is doing a rotation lineup, so you just take the ropes after that. You're gonna run towards mid. Don't worry, they will not hear you because they will be at the end of the side. You go in front of this door on the right, and you're gonna aim around this leaf with the A-sheet of the snake bite, and you just do a simple left click, and the snake bite is also gonna take this corner. That's why I'm always planting around here while I'm protecting from backside, because my teammates are protecting me and I'm protecting from this way. So that's the best lineup I use every time I'm playing on A side. But I know that there's a lot of people that will want to plan here now, because you have the protection from here, you can see directly here, and even from the box. I think that's gonna be a cool spot to use. So I'm gonna show you one which is really cool. You just go up here, you go in front of these boxes, you crouch, and you aim there for this corner. So you aim around here. Then you just do a simple left click, and the lineup is going through the roof and perfectly here. I found this one really cool, so why don't we give it a try? Let's go for B side. For B side, honestly, I don't think there will be so much changes with the lineup, because everyone will still plant here. Like, it's gonna be even dangerous to be there, because someone can cross it and kill you fast. In my opinion, the only thing you could do is just plant at the default spot. You're protecting from this wall and this wall. That's probably the easiest spot to plant. So it's always the same lineup. You go in the middle of this box, you aim in that corner, and you go up until you meet that vent. Okay, so it's gonna be like this, up until you meet that vent. Simple left click, and this is gonna take the snake bite here, the spike here, and this corner if you want. That's probably the best lineup to use, but of course you can do other lineups like this. You can stay here, you can aim on the leaf here a bit above with the HED of the snake bite like I'm showing, a bit like this, yeah, sorry, like this. And then you just do a simple left click, and then you can like peek from window and like have free kill. That's it for B side. Now let's go on bind. I will show you some cool stuff. Okay, so now that we're on bind, I will show you different lineup for A side. And no, I will not show you this spot, because I think everyone know how to make a lineup from this spot, and every enemies will push you and try to kill you on that spot. So let's do something different. I'm always doing my own lineups, and this one is the one I'm using all the time. So you're gonna put yourself in front of these bricks, and you're gonna aim up around that corner, and just do like going down and just do a simple left click, and the snake bite is gonna take wall default like this. Even though if you want to do a rotation lineup with that lineup, you can run towards shower, you can put yourself in that corner, going aiming in this leaf, going all the way up until you meet that leaf like this, and you just do a simple left click. And this lineup will also go a short like this. For me, that's the best rotation lineup you can do on the A side, and the best lineup you can use. There is different one, but that's the basic one you need to know. And yeah, that's it for A short plant. I will show you some for shower now. For shower, I have like different spot to use. The first I'm always using is going back here going in that corner and aiming to the sleeve where there's like little holes, and you just do a little left click like this, and it's gonna go perfectly to the default. And of course, I also using other spots, and the one I'm using is going now in this corner because they will not expect that corner for shower. So you kind of put yourself there. You're gonna aim on the start of this sleeve, going up until you align with the light, with the HUD of the snakebite like this. And you go all the way up until you align. Then just simple left click. And the snakebite is gonna land perfectly on the default plant. So that's it for A side. Now I'll show you some lineups for B side. Okay, so for B side, you all know that the default plant is here, but I'm gonna show you this time a lineup to hit the middle here, because I know that sometimes your teammate doesn't listen to you, and I'm planting the spike there. So first, I'm gonna show you for the first default spot, which will be in this corner, like this. And you're gonna aim on this line that you see, the first line, and on top of it, and use a simple left click. And this snakebite is gonna hit the first default on the left, like this. If you want to hit that middle of the side, it's pretty easy. You go on that same spot again, and instead of aiming on the end of the first line here, you're gonna aim on this little corner here, okay? And just a simple left click. The snakebite is gonna go above everything, and it hits perfectly like this. That's pretty amazing, right? Of course, as you know, I'm showing rotation lineup. So if you want a rotation lineup for this spot, from long you run towards short, and what I'm doing is I'm hitting this corner. I'm looking at the end of this cloud, and I'm going all the way down to the box, and then I'm just doing a simple left click, and the lineup is gonna take the wall default. And what I suggest you after this is just like shooting through this, and you're gonna have free kill, trust me. Now let's go on ICEBOX? Yeah, let's go on ICEBOX. Okay, so for ICEBOX, there was two different plans, and at the moment, I'm always using one spot to do the lineup. And no, it's not this one, because it's too far away when I have to help my teammate and stuff. So I changed my spot, and that's gonna be for this one, like you have a closed stage wall and you plant here, or this. So let's first show for this corner. This is gonna be always from the same spot, so that's not on the first line, but on the second line. You'll have your wall protects you like this, and you're gonna put yourself in front of it, and you're gonna aim on this corner with the HUD of the snakebite, so like this. Then you just do a simple left click. The snakebite is gonna bounce to the wall and go to the default spot. Now, if you want a lineup that lands here on this corner with the sage wall, you're gonna stand on the same spot. But instead of aiming here, you're gonna aim on this like rock pillar, whatever you call it, here in the middle of it, and just a simple left click, and it's gonna bounce to the wall, to the box, and gives you a perfect molly for this default plant. That's the only lineups I'm using on the A side that are pretty cool. Your wall protects you while you're doing it, so they will never know you're there. You take them by surprise. You're really close to the side to retake it if your lineups are not enough. So that's the best way for me to use lineups on A side. Now I'll show you some on B side. So on B side, my lineup doesn't change. It's still the same. I'm still doing the same rotation lineup, and I will show you how to do it. So for this spot, you're gonna put yourself on that line, so in front of this line, and you'll have the wall that needs to protect you if they are watching for you, okay? Looking for you. So you put yourself here, and you're gonna aim on this little corner, like really here, orange between the black, and with the HUD next to the HP that is popping up, and just do a simple left click, and the snakebite is gonna land perfectly to the default spot like this. They are not able to defuse even here. So once you did that lineup, you're gonna run towards mid without stopping. They will not know you're lurking, trust me. And then you come here in front of that circle, and you're gonna look instantly up and above that big star on this one, and just do a simple left click, and the lineup is gonna land perfectly for the default plant. That is my rotation lineup on B side, and that is the only lineup I'm using every time we are planting on B. And that is pretty effective. I clutched so many rounds with it, so I hope you will. Now, let's go. You know what? Let's go on Fracture for once. So now we're on Fracture, and I will show you 3 different lineups, but from the same spot. The first lineup I will show you is for Under, because I know there is a lot of time in Fracture that we are playing Under, because it's safer and it's easy to defend from main. So to make a lineup there, you're gonna go in front of this door, and you're gonna aim with the A sheet of the HP, there. Under the light, the yellow line, you see that there's a little thing here, and you're gonna aim there. With the HED of the HP on the left. You see, I'm showing it on the screen anyway. You just do a simple left click, and the snakebite is gonna take everything under, so they're not able to defuse. Now, if you want to make a lineup from this spot and under, it's from the same door, so you're gonna stand in front of it again, and this time you're gonna aim on the first line. So you see there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 line. You're gonna go on the first one here. And you're gonna aim with the HUD of the snakebite like this, and this one is gonna go above the side there, and for the other one you're gonna aim on the same spot on the first line here, but on the gray spot here. Okay, pretty easy. You just go up a little, and the snakebite takes everything under A side like this. Easy as that. Now let's go for B side. Okay, so for B side, I will show you 2 lineup for the default spot here, and not for these corners, because this one is too messy. And in my opinion, it's a lot better if you are playing on site while it's planted there. It's a lot easier to defend. So for this lineup to land, it's easy. You're gonna go back here in front of this line, and you're gonna aim on this big tree here in the middle of this line with the middle of your ultimate. So like this. Then just a simple left click, and the lineup is gonna hit perfectly the default spot like this. Now, if you want to do another lineup from tower, but it's a bit risky in my opinion, go here, and you're gonna aim at this corner here. Just do a simple left click, it bounce, and it goes to the default plant. These are the 2 lineups that are pretty efficient if you want to have a lineup for B default. But for this lineup here, I don't suggest you to make it. It's too dangerous. So anyway, guys, let's go on Heaven now. I have a lot to show you there, but even though we are showing only the default plant, let's go. So let's start with a Heaven on A side. The first lineup you will do is from this corner. You're gonna watch, of course, on the first corner here, going all the way up between these 2 woods, and you do this. It's gonna be landing in default, and once you did that, either you stay there, either you're running towards mid. You go up in this corner, and you're gonna aim on this corner again, and you're gonna aim there with the A sheet of the snakebite like this. You just do a simple left click. The snakebite is gonna go to the default, and then you run in the back, and they will never know you are coming in the back because it's not obvious at all. So that's the lineup I'm doing on A side every time, and it works every time. So now I'm gonna show you lineups on C side. There is a rotation lineup you can do also. So for long, we're gonna go all the way back in here on this thing, and you're gonna aim on this black leaf. So you see there is like a leaf popping up. You're gonna go all the way down here, and just a simple left click. The snakebite is gonna go long, the plant long like this, and then you're gonna go in front of this wood pillar. You're gonna aim on this lamp, going on the right where there is a hole here, and you're gonna put the A sheet of the snakebite there by doing a simple left click, and the snakebite will also go on the default here. I don't think it's useful to show you my lineup here, because every time now people are planting long, no one is planting there. So if you want one there, it's pretty easy to do. You just do the same but looking a bit on the right, and it's gonna work. So now I will show you a lineup for B side, and it's gonna be in this corner, in this default plant here. So you're just gonna plant in the middle here, going all the way back on this breaks, I don't know how to call it, and you see that there is 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna go on the second one, and you're gonna aim where there is a hole here, and you're gonna go around this area, okay? And you just do a jump and instantly left click, The snakebite is gonna go through the window, bounce into the wall, and go back to the default spot like this. So that's it for Heaven. Now I will show you some lineups for ASCENT. Let's go. Okay, so for ASCENT, I will show you these two default plant with two rotation lineups. So the first one, we're gonna talk about the default spot on boxes. To do this, you're just gonna go in front of, like in this corner of the box, and you're gonna aim on this window, just doing a simple left click, and the snakebite is gonna go in front of boxes. Then what you can do is running towards mid, putting yourself in front of these boxes, looking at the cloud, and you see there's like a straight line like this, and just do simple left click, and the snakebite is gonna land perfectly to the green boxes. Then what you can do, you can put, if you plant it in front of generator, you're gonna do the same in front of this box, aim on this vent in the middle right, with the A sheet of the snakebite like this. It's gonna land here, and then you're gonna do the same. You're gonna run again towards mid like this, and this time you're gonna aim where the cloud is popping on the right a bit, so here, and just gonna do a simple left click, and the snakebite is also gonna land for the default spot. So that's it for A side. Now I will show you some lineups for B side. So there's two main plants that people are doing on B side. It's behind boxes and in this corner. I will show you how to make these two lineup. For this, you're gonna go all the way back here, going in that corner. And for the default boxes here, you're gonna watch on the left window with the A sheet of the snakebite like this. And for the other corner here, you're gonna look at the crates or the spot. I don't know how to call them. And just gonna like look here between them with the A sheet of the snakebite again. And this one is gonna land in the corner perfectly on B side. So that's the two lineup I'm using always for B side. Now let's finish with split. Let's go. So for B split, those two default spots that we're always planting. It's behind this box and there in the new default. So what you're gonna do is running all the way back. And for the first default, you're gonna aim and put yourself here in that corner, and you're gonna aim on this 2 hole on the wood box on down left of it with the HED next to the HP like this, and just gonna do a simple left click, and the snakebite will land on the top of the box and will spread to the default spot. Then what you can do, and what I'm always doing, is going all the way up to mid, going on the stair here, and then I'm looking on the wall, and you see that there's a wood box here, and you're gonna just aim around this area. You don't need to be specific, and just do a simple left click. It's gonna bounce to the wall and go to the default plant like this. Now let's say you planted on the new default spot like this. You're gonna go all the way back, you're gonna go here around these boxes, and you're gonna aim on the roof around this area with the E sheet of the snakebite like this, and just a simple left click, and the snakebite will land perfectly here. Okay, so on A side, finally, I will show you 3 different lineup for the spot that people are always planting. So this is behind screen, at the default spot, or for Heaven. So for these, you're gonna all do them behind this box here. Then you're gonna just go all the way up and aim in the middle of this light, and by aiming there, you're gonna aim for the plant for Heaven. So that's gonna land around this area and take everything for Heaven. Now let's say you planted default, so this time you're gonna go on the same spot, but not aiming on the middle here. You're gonna go on the right, down until you see that light, and then you just do a simple left click, and the snakebite is gonna land perfectly for the default spot here. Now let's say you planted behind the screen, and it's pretty easy. You're gonna aim on top of this light, going all the way on the right around here, and just a simple left click, and the snakebite is gonna land here. And that's how I use my lineups for A on split. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel, as we are really close to hit 11 subscribers if we didn't yet. And don't forget to drop a like. I will really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys, and see you for next week for a gameplay video. Bye bye.